In the previous video, I have shown you how to create images from prompt and how to create image variations directly inside of Airtable using OpenAI and Make.com. In this video, I'll show you how to edit images using OpenAI DALL E model and Make.com. Let's get going. Hi, this is Greg and you're watching Business Automated. So you have seen this table in the previous parts of this video. What we will do right now, we will take one of the images over here and move it over to the edit image. So what we will do here in this table, we will be editing one of those images. So let's select one of the vases here. So for example, maybe let's keep one of them here. Let's say this one. And the next step, what we will do, we will add a mask, which parts of the image we want to edit, and how many images we want to generate. Then we will have a column that will show how many final images we want to see. And then the final column, when we change this to generate, it will inform the generate images view, which we have filtered out only based on the generate status, and we will use it for the next step in automation. All right, so now let's quickly create a mask for this image. So we will go to a website called photokit.com editor, and we'll just upload this image directly over there. And we'll use a very handy tool called cutout, which will give us very nicely done cutout of the main object on this image. All right, so now we will save this vase and we'll go back to Airtable. So now let's upload this mask inside of Airtable. All right, and let's reuse the old prompt, but let's change it a little bit. So you can see that everything, that the mask needs to be the same size as the original image, and all the parts that are having opacity set to 0, so are transparent, will be edited with the new prompt. So the old prompt was saying ceramic vase sitting on top of a modern kitchen counter. Let's say ceramic vase and red apple. All right, so we have all the elements that we need. So obviously, if you have not watched the previous video, then you need to go into openai.com and log in to create API access token that will be used inside of the automation. And you also need to register for make.com, where you can get a free trial to test it. And once you go inside, you will need to create a following scenario. So the first module will be search records, and we will be only searching records from the generate image view. This way we will get only the image that we marked as generate. Then the next steps are get the single image that we have added into the input image. So this is the image that you can see here, and here we are selecting URL, so we need to download that specific image. Here I'm also changing using the advanced settings and changing this function evaluate all states to yes to make sure that we have information about errors. Then in the next step we are downloading the mask. In a similar way, we go to the mask and we select the URL. And then the third module is the module which we'll use to make a request to OpenAI. In this module, we are making a URL request to the endpoint, which is called images/edit. And you can see more information about this in the documentation on the website of OpenAI. And the method that we are using for that request is post. What we will need to do is set the authorization and set the better token together with the token, so the word better together with the token that you will get from your console inside of the OpenAI. And next step is to set up a body type which will be multi-part form data. And within that we'll have 5 different items. The first one will be file with the key called image. So this is something which we're mapping to the first download module here, and this will be the image file that we are using as the base. Then the second file that we are uploading is the mask, and you can see that we are also mapping this to the second file. Then the next step is n, means how many images we would like to generate. Then the next step is size. Here we are just hard coding the highest size available. And the final element is the prompt. So the text field type text, and the key prompt, and the value is the prompt coming from Airtable. All right, once you add this, you can save. You don't need to add anything else. You can click OK. And what is happening in the final module? We go back to our original table edit images. We are reusing the ID of record from the first step. And what we will add the result, the data from the last module. Here inside of data, you'll see one more array called data. So we'll add this top level array into the final images. So you need to change this map, this trigger to toggle to map, and then select data. This will upload the images directly to that field. And finally, we are changing the status to done. Okay, so now let's run it once and let's see what will be the result of this model making edits to our image. You can see it will take a couple of seconds to process the module, and now you can see that the status has changed to done, and we are getting those images uploaded directly here. And as you can see, following our prompt, we are also having here white vase in a kitchen with a red apple as requested. Let's try one more image. So here we'll use the sofa, and I have already prepared mask for it. The original prompt was a leather sofa with a painting showing two cats above. We will change it to two yellow elephants. Let's get maybe 3 of those, and then let's click generate, and let's go back over here and let's run this module one more time. All right, and you can see that the edited images are being uploaded, and they look very similar, and they definitely have two paintings of elephant. Maybe not 100% the elephants are yellow, but if you don't like it, you can try to generate it one more time. So you can check generate, and every time you generate it, it will return something that is different. All right, now we're getting example of another images based on the same prompt. So every time you create you press generate, you will receive something different. So for example, those two I don't like, but maybe the last one is okay. You can see that it's not always returning what you would expect, but you can play around with the prompt and increase the number of samples that are being generated. Yeah, so let me know, guys, how do you like it? What do you think about this, and how you can see this can be used in business, and what sort of things you could use that type of image generation for. All right, thank you very much, guys. Please like the videos and subscribe. That helps the channel out. Have a good day. Bye.